They have more money than most can imagine. But their real currency is power, secrets, scandals. They'll do anything to stay untouchable or risk losing everything. This is the dark side of the Philippines' billionaire elite. The Philippines, a land of breathtaking beauty, vibrant culture, and a growing list of billionaires who hold the nation's wealth in the palm of their hands. The Sis, the Ayalas, the Gokongweis, the Cojuangcos, the Marcoses. 5 families whose names have become synonymous with money, power, and privilege. They don't just live the high life, they control it. But behind the glamorous red carpets, the towering skyscrapers, and the glittering family names, there's a side to their story that's rarely seen. One of ruthless ambition, deep-rooted rivalries, and scandal that refuses to be silenced. What price do these families pay to stay on top? How do they guard their secrets and protect their dynasties? And what happens when their wealth and power are threatened? Let's start unraveling the web of power and influence, one family at a time. The Tsai family's story is one of grit, ambition, and enormous wealth, worth over $13 billion today. Henry Tsai's journey from small-time shoe store owner to the head of one of the world's largest mall operators is the ultimate rags-to-riches dream. But dreams don't come true without sacrifices or controversy. 2012, the shining facade of SM Prime Holdings begins to crack. Workers accuse the Tsai family's company of abusive practices, long hours, meager pay, no benefits. Protests erupt outside SM malls across the country, exposing a side of the family that few ever see. The Tsais, known for their discipline and business savvy, are suddenly painted as ruthless capitalists, willing to squeeze every penny out of their employees. How did the Tsais respond to the outcry? Silence. They chose not to confront the accusations directly, allowing their growing empire to speak louder than their critics. And as their wealth expanded into industries like banking and energy, their influence only seemed to grow stronger. But the question remains, how far will the Tsais go to protect their billions? How long can they remain above the law, untouched by controversy? For nearly 2 centuries, the Ayala family has molded the Philippines into its own vision. From luxury shopping districts to sprawling corporate complexes, the Ayalas are more than real estate tycoons. They're architects of the nation. But like any legacy that spans generations, it comes with a past that's not always so glamorous. In 2019, the Ayalas faced a storm they couldn't ignore, a water crisis that left millions in Metro Manila without access to basic necessities. And who was blamed? Manila Water, part of the Ayala Empire. President Duterte seized the moment, accusing the Ayalas of exploiting public resources for private gain, leaving them exposed to a very public backlash. Suddenly, the empire that had stood unshaken for centuries faced a new challenge, one that didn't just threaten their profits, but their family name. And the younger generation of Ayalas, trained to lead with grace and ambition, found themselves fighting to protect a reputation that was crumbling in the public eye.
We have 4 core values at Ayala, which is integrity, long-term orientation, empowering leadership, and commitment to national development. Those values have been sustained, I believe, through the course of our history and through succeeding generations.
When you're born into wealth and influence, the spotlight is always on you. But can the Ayalas shine through the shadows of their colonial past and corporate scandals? The Cojuangco and Aquino families are political royalty. They've held the reins of power for generations, with 2 presidents among their ranks, and wealth tied to one of the country's most controversial properties, Hacienda Luisita. But the land that made them powerful also stained their legacy with blood. In 2004, the Luisita massacre shook the nation. 7 farm workers dead, hundreds injured. They demanded land reform, an opportunity to break free from the grips of the Cojuangco family. But when the military and police opened fire, their voices were silenced forever. And the Cojuangcos? Silent, untouched. Their power in business and politics remained unchallenged. but their moral standing was shattered. And then there's Kris Aquino, the media queen whose life is a whirlwind of scandal, public feuds, and relentless drama. Her family's wealth may have put her in the spotlight, but it's her tumultuous personal life that keeps her there. Yet, no matter how many scandals unfold, the Cojuangcos remain one of the most powerful dynasties in the Philippines. But how long can they maintain their grip? The Marcos family, synonymous with excess, corruption, and a brutal dictatorship that lasted 21 years. Ferdinand Marcos ruled with an iron fist, amassing wealth rumored to be over $10 billion, while the country grappled with poverty and human rights abuses. But even after their fall, the Marcos family never truly left the stage. Today, Ferdinand's son, Bongbong Marcos, is on a mission to rewrite history, calling his father's rule a golden era and dismissing the accusations of theft and abuse as lies. With a new generation led by his son Sandro, the Marcos family seems poised for a comeback that raises a haunting question. Are they erasing history in plain sight, or simply rewriting it for the next chapter? They've mastered the art of rebranding, but behind their polished Instagram feeds and political speeches lies a legacy tainted by stolen billions, unspeakable violence, and a past that can never truly be escaped. Or can it? John Gokongweis' story is one of the ultimate underdog, the man who sold peanuts on the street only to build an empire worth $1.9 billion. From snack goods to budget airlines, the Gokongweis have positioned themselves as the people's billionaires, offering affordable services that touch the lives of millions. But empires stumble. In 2013, a Cebu Pacific plane skidded off the runway, sparking public outrage and raising a troubling question. Were the Gokongweis cutting corners for profit? While they bounced back, maintaining their image as resilient entrepreneurs, the incident was a harsh reminder that even those with humble beginnings must constantly fight to maintain their empires. These are the architects of modern-day Philippines, families whose wealth, power, and influence have shaped the nation for generations. They've weathered scandals, rivalries, and threats to their empires. But in the world of billionaires, the higher you rise, the further you have to fall. And as the cracks in their empires grow deeper, one question lingers. How long can they stay untouchable when the truth is nipping at their heels? This is the Elite Playbook. If you want to explore more of the secrets behind the world's wealthiest, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're only scratching the surface.